Day 589, 22 for 22. Good morning. I hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. All right, so talked about labels yesterday. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. We have people that have never been in the military. We have people that have never, or that have been in the military but have never been in combat. And then we have our combat veterans. And yes, they get a lot of deference and a lot of attention because of what they do, as well as it should be. Now, that all being said, we have PTSD, and there's also CPTSD, and then there's all these other PTSDs that have been added to the mix. Should all be just PTS. It started out as shell shock in World War I and whatever it had been before that. But in World War I, it was called shell shock because of the artillery barrages that were laid down on the Western Front. And the Eastern Front too, between Germany and Russia. Until Russia decided to bow out because of the Bolshevik Revolution. So, shell shock came from the artillery barrages just wearing people down, because and we saw that in World War II. If you watched Band of Brothers, obviously I'm not old enough to have been there, though sometimes I feel it. The Hurtgen Forest, in the Ardennes, in the Bulge, and all that. The artillery caused a lot of mental anguish and physical anguish as well. But the constant bombardment in World War I, and in particular those two locations just off the top of my head, gave rise to the words shell shock. In World War II, shell shock became battle fatigue, a more encompassing look at what happens to the human condition in combat. And it stayed that way through Korea. And in Vietnam, it became post-traumatic stress. And then it became PTSD. And that is the short history of it all. Now, that's the combat aspect of it. Now, anybody, absolutely anybody, be careful, it's wet. Absolutely anybody can be traumatized. I'm trying to help you, dude, so you don't fall on your head. We've already had an adventurous enough morning. Trauma can come in any form. I will say that it is PTS. Now you can get down off of there, dude. James, please get down off of there. That is not a wide ledge you're standing on, and you're gonna fall and get your shirt all wet too, on top of everything else. Dorkopotamus. Alright, but trauma can happen in anything, whether it's rape, whether it is an abusive childhood, whether it is an abusive marriage. The only place I would say that I think it gets a BS call is in politics. There's no reason that there should be PTSD from the presidential elections, whether it was Obama or Trump, two of the more polarizing individuals we've had in politics as of late. But that would be the only place I would say I kind of call BS on it. But as far as trauma, period, a violent crime, a horrific car crash, being attacked by a dog, having your child die in a hot car, nobody can decide where your trauma comes from but you.
Hello.
And it doesn't matter where it came from, it needs to be treated, because untreated, it can kill you.
Mom said, hi, Mr. Ross.
There's Barbara. And there's Jane.
Hello.
So,
And
once again, it comes down to labels. Labeling yourself as damaged, go ahead. It's not going to do you any good. All it is going to do is make you think that you can't do something. All right, guys, before somebody gets hurt, he's trying to climb out.
Yeah, but that's
But you let the person higher get Well, you're good now. It was when he was trying to get out. You were going to cause both of you to fall. Oi, referee. Where's my black and white shirt? Right. And now she grumpy. But
She's probably gonna get asked.
yeah, I'm losing track of where I was because of that. Dang it. Sorry. PTSD untreated can kill. PTSD treated effectively can restore a good life. And it's going to take work, and it's going to take some giving up of some pride and making sure that you take the time to take care of yourself. If you haven't seen, I have not seen combat. I'm a grunt. I have not seen combat, and that bothers me since I have served after 9/11. And there's been a bunch going on in the world since I joined. Just never got the call, or my health kicked in and screwed me. So there's Mary. Army.
I had an army book. I have an army book in my backpack, and I read it probably 2 pages in my bundle.
So you have an opportunity, if you don't label yourself, that you're not worthy of going to get that help, of getting the help that you need, coming out the other side, and being able to function successfully inside your life.
I don't.
It's really hard to tell people what they should do. I don't know your circumstance, and what I'm telling you may not work, but I can tell you that it has worked for me and it has worked for others. Dude, you may have to find a different approach to be able to do it. You may have to find something that works for you, but you can do it. All right, who's doing push-ups? Stop doing that when I'm trying to talk. Come on.
I don't care if you're wet. Hi!
Ugh. Barbara, do you want to do some push-ups, kid?
But at the end of the video, that's not the card that called the plate. That's not the call.
Okay. Are you going to do some or no?
It was a black
Okay.
book. Not that.
Are you guys doing push-ups?
No.
Okay, are you?
Yes.
All right.
But I have shoes.
James over here, Barbara over here, I'll be in the middle. James,
Even what?
over here. Come on, let's go. We're killing time here. If you're going to do it, let's go. Let's roll. Nice shirt, Cinderella.
Cinderella, 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 Cinderella.
All right, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
You can do it.
9,
You can do it.
10,
You can
11,
do it. You
12,
can do it.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
You can do it.
1 for the airborne ranger in the sky. 1 for the infantry. 1 for the fallen. Thanks for missing my hand there. Phew. All right.
I'm going to do a color at the end.
Okay. Silly goose. All right. YouTube page, that _push-up_ guy tough. Facebook, my personal page, Jim Tough. 20 Facebook veterans groups. And if you would, please share. If you can't share from the video, please share from my page. I'd appreciate it. Let's get the message out there that we, while damaged, can live a good life and do not have to kill ourselves. All right. Now,
No.
if you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There's absolutely no shame in seeking help. Do what you got to do to be here. Do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. Tough out.